Thank you for having me here today. My name is Nils Brenner. I'm from the Software Engineering Group at the Leibniz University in Hanover and Germany. And today I'm presenting my paper, Challenges in the Development of Mobile Online Services in the Automotive Industry, a case study. Today's cars are filled with a variety of sensors and are connected to the internet and to the smartphones of their users. This enables the development of different services like the analysis of driving behavior, predictive maintenance, driving assistance, or enables a direct contact to repair shops and emergency services. These online services more and more define the value of today's cars, and the production of cars is not only about driving anymore. But the connection to the internet also enables over-the-air updates, what accelerates the development pace for automotive companies. And additionally, other tech companies like Google or Apple push into the automotive market with their own concepts and ideas. For example, here, a picture of Google's self-driving car. So in order to stay ahead of the competition, automotive companies have to develop fast new innovations. In order to understand what automotive companies hinder in the process of developing fast new innovations, we want to understand what are the challenges when developing in digital services in an automotive company. In order to answer this research question, we conducted a case study at Volkswagen Commercial Vehicle, a big automotive company. They have an application called Connect Fleet, where business owner can monitor and maintain their vehicle fleet, and the drivers of the vehicles can connect their smartphones to the vehicles. In this project, we interviewed 6 project members. The first problem we encountered was that automotive companies outsource a lot of their work. Past research only considers the existence of electronic suppliers, but in our case study, we saw that the project also outsourced the requirements management work, what brings a lot of problems because first, the knowledge of these external employees remains outside of the company. Also, they don't have any decision power or network and authority inside the company. So in order to solve problems, they often need internal employee, but what slows down the development process. The next problem is that the company is reluctant to design-driven development. We see that there's a general missing design-driven development process. Also, the development is dominated by the IT, and designers are often passed over. Also, the requirements often don't come from actual users of the application, but from other stakeholders inside the company that are needed to fund the project. Also, there's a missing feedback loop that determines whether a developed solution really solves the user's problems. And this missing design-driven development leads to services that are, so the development of services that is based on the manufacturing of cars and not the other way around. So the services often only represent what is technology possible, but not what the users actually need. Also, the features are not gradually built up, but the project rather jumps from topic to topic. The next problem is that mobile online services complicate the domain of automotive companies, but because not only the features inside the car interact with each other, but the car also interacts with the outside world. A lack of staff and a high workload and the mentioned missing design-driven development prevents the employees from getting a real deep understanding of the domain and the user's problems. It also leads to an unclear vision and unclear goal, what is needed to align the whole project and drive the project in one direction. Here the critic is that the vision is often only formulated as a slogan and is not broken down. Also, the missing understanding of the domain and the user's problems prevent the development of really useful services. And the last problem is that the development of mobile online services depends too much on the hardware. Here, the case project depends on other departments inside the company, often for tasks like bug fixing. The problem here is that these departments and other projects have their own agenda, so they're often not available for these tasks. Also, changes or requirements for the hardware department have to be known long in advance, when even the requirements for the services are not known. Also, there's a general long requirements phase where the different stakeholders and other projects have to be aligned. Additionally, these other projects often demand hard deadlines with a concrete scope. All this prevents the implementation of agile development, especially because these long requirements phases and the hard deadlines and concrete scope, but the agile development is needed in order to have a short delivery cycle and continuous deliver new features. So in conclusion, automotive companies still consider mobile online services as a byproduct, but they are the future of the automotive market. So the manufacturing of cars should support the development of mobile online services and not the other way around, in order to build services that are really useful for the users and are totally aligned with the cars. Automotive companies have still here the advantage that they have a long experience with the technology and the manufacturing of cars, so that they can build cars that are aligned with these mobile online services. But automotive companies have to change now and implement a more design-driven approach in order to keep this advantage. Otherwise, other tech companies like Google or Apple will push them out of the market.
Hello, everybody. So I hope you all saw the presentation of our first paper, Challenges in the Development of Mobile Online Services in the Automotive Industry, a case study. And we now have two of the authors here for answering your questions. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the video right now live. I spent the time in this backstage area, and I did not see also any questions yet in our chat. So please write your questions in the chat or give comments to the papers, and then we can discuss that in the question and answer sessions. As I said, in the end, there's the possibility to continue this discussion in a private discussion room. The presenters and me as a chair will be automatically transferred to that private room. If you want to join as attendee, then you have to click on the button that will show up on the right bottom in your browser close to the end of the Q&A session. So maybe we can start the discussion with a question that I have. You were looking at different mobile online services in the area of commercial vehicle fleets, I would say. So is there anything very specific about that domain? So in terms of telematics or fleet management, and what of the findings that you have seen in your research can be transferred to other mobile online services, basically also in the automotive or other domains?
Yeah, I think the main topic here is that automotive companies have to switch their focus. So they have to start with they think about what mobile online services the users need, and then think, okay, how can support our manufacturing process, these mobile online services, and not, okay, we build first our cars and then look, okay, what can we else do with our cars?
Okay. So now we have a question. First, a comment. Thanks for the presentation from a domain I know little of. Well, thanks for the recorded presentation also from my side and all the others, I would say. And the question that follows is, what are the reactions to your study in the company? Which is an interesting question.
Yeah, the reaction was that, yeah, sure, we know many of these problems, but it's hard to work on them. And it is not so much in the presentation, but in the paper, I also discuss or describe for each challenge what the company actually does to mitigate these challenges. And of course, they try to hire more agile coaches and try to strengthen the position of the designers and so on. So they do a lot of things, but it's still hard for them. Yeah, that's, I think, the main problem, because also the structure is really rigid, and it's really hard for them to change.
But they are aware that they have to change in terms of digitalization and new business models, or?
Yeah, I think they have, they know that they have to change. Otherwise, they're a little bit like, yeah, Google and Apple, they are coming, but we have such an experience with the manufacturing of car, and they will not be able to come for us in the near future. But I think, yeah, maybe this is true for the next 10 or 20 years, but what is in 30, 40 years? Do they have still this advantage of their experience, or is then, Google or Apple the new player?
Okay, we have 2 more comments in the chat now, but I think it's too late to discuss them here in. So I invite you to continue in the private chat room and then return to this room at any time. And we will go to the next presentation, Understanding Barriers to Software Product Innovation in Large Organizations, Evidence from a Globally Distributed Company, which will be presented by Thor Sporsem. And we thank Jill Klunder and Niels Brenner for presentation and question answering. Thank you.